thank you for giving me your time today to speak about
Mm.
Tyler Perry's Zatima.
Thank
We are
you.
gearing up for season 3 that's going to be dropping here soon. Okay, Devale, you play Zach, and clearly Zach has been through a lot over the past few seasons.
Yes.
How do you prepare to portray the emotional ups and downs of this character, especially in season 3 when family issues come into play?
Well, that's a great question. I'm glad you asked that. Typically, once I get the script, I read everything, I realize where the emotional journey is going, and then I speak to the people who I've known have gone through these journeys. And I ask them very specific questions about how they would handle it, because I want my responses not to be of Devale's responses, but to be of Zach's responses. So I do have a couple of young men who I've mentored, a couple of cousins who've been through this, been through the judicial system, been in and out of prison. So I speak to them and I ask them, and once they give me their realistic idea of how they would respond, I turn that into Zach.
Very good. And over to you, Crystal. Fatima is clearly a strong character, but she does face her own set of challenges as well, right? How
Yes.
does her dynamic with Zach evolve in season 3? And how do you approach balancing, this mix of vulnerability and strength?
Yeah, I think there's the perfect balance of vulnerability and strength in this season, especially with everything that Zach is going through.
Yeah.
Fatima's really trying to be there for him and to protect him from himself at times. He can fly off the handle at times.
Yeah.
And I think in this season, Fatima is really trying to make sure that with everything that he's going through, them trying to keep everything together at the house. So it's a lot. It's
It
a
is a
lot.
lot.
It is a lot. Yeah.
Zach and Fatima's relationship is the core of Zatima. What do you think makes their relationship so relatable to fans? And how do you think their journey this season will resonate with viewers?
I honestly think because it's so imperfect,
I agree.
that's what is so relatable because I feel like everybody sees a glimpse of their relationship when they watch our show.
Yeah,
But the thing that I think keeps them holding on is the love that we have for each other.
absolutely.
And that's what everybody wants.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think it's that they're both so flawed. And you see the grace that Fatima gives to Zach, and you see the grace that Zach gives Fatima as they both fly off the handle. But it's like, I love this person. I'm willing to deal with it. And I think people are inspired by that type of love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Follow-up question for you, sir. Season 3 delves into Zach's family drama. I had the chance to watch the first 2 episodes, and my God, Jeremiah's on one. So his family drama, particularly with his brother. So how does this storyline, between Zach and Jeremiah, how does this storyline add complexity to Zach's character this season? And what was it like exploring that family tension?
Wow, that's another great question.
Yeah.
I love where Zach and Jeremiah's relationship is going because we get an opportunity to see two men who've been living their whole life as young boys the entire time now have to act like men. There's nobody else that they can deflect or pour into or project. They have to be men to each other. And we see how they struggle with that. And we see how Fatima is trying her hardest to be the mother figure that neither one of them ever had. Because Gladys was not the greatest example, but we get a chance to watch Fatima try to be that for both of them. And I love the journey of watching them try their hardest to be the brothers that they never had.
Yeah, that's good.
Right on. And so, Crystal, Fatima has always been a character who stands by Zach's side, but without outside influences threatening their relationship, how does Fatima handle these pressures in season 3?
This time she doesn't run.
Nope.
Yeah, Fatima has been a runner, a habitual runner.
Yeah.
Like every time something happens, her bags are packed, already in the car, and things like that. But I feel like this season, Fatima knows what she's up against, and she's realizing that it is a lot of times outside influences.
Yeah.
When you're really good on the inside, so keeping those outside influences out is really important this season.
In what ways do these outside changes, if any, affect her approach to love and trust?
That's really good.
Oh, I've seen that one.
Yeah, this season, I feel like because of where we are and everything that Zach is going through, it makes me love him harder and want to protect him more.
Yep.
Versus shunning away from that and not stepping up to the plate. I think this season she knows what it is, and it's like, you know what? I'm gonna stand by my man, my man. And nothing can tear that apart. But yeah, I definitely think she loves harder and pulls him closer this season.
Zach and Fatima clearly will face a lot of challenges this season. So, without giving too much away, what can fans expect from the way these characters grow individually and as a couple in season 3?
I can tell you there will be a lot of speculation and a lot of conversation about who was right and who was wrong.
Yeah.
And the truth is that there's so many shades of gray in this season. You're not gonna be able to pick a side. I can, because I watched it and there were times I was just like, ooh, Fatima's right. Fatima's right for this. Then I read a couple pages later and I'm like, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I think I might be on Zach's side. So I think viewers will be conflicted in a great way where they will be forced to ask themselves questions like, dang, how would I handle this in this situation? I can guarantee you that will be this season.
I can't wait for those conversations. On X and in the Instagram comments.
It's gonna be a lot of conversations.
It is, yes. I think our growth is simultaneous as we're growing together. And I feel like Fatima's a little more level-headed this season.
Yes.
More calculated.
Which is funny because dealing with the situation, it's like, how is she the level-headed?
Right, yeah. More level-headed, which is growth because she has not always been level-headed. So, I think that's one of the main things. Much more calculated with her thoughts and with her steps.
What are you each both excited about fans experiencing when they start to unpack season 3?
I'm just excited to be back with the fans.
I agree.
It's been over a year because of the strike. Everything got pushed back. So for us to get back, we're excited about even just pushing the promo for it because we're like, it's been a minute since we got to really interact with everyone. So this is a time that we can all interact together, and to see their reaction to just from episode 1 all the way through is always going to be a good time.
I would have to echo that. I can't wait. I can't wait to be back with the fans and have these conversations and talk and joke, but then also have the serious ones as well. So the fans are the thing I'm the most waiting for the most.
So when the season premieres, will you each make it a point to go online, follow hashtags related to the show, read any blog recaps to see what the fans have to say about your character's journey this season and the show overall? Or how engaged and involved with you are with social media, fans responding, live tweeting, et cetera, et cetera?
I mean, that's me and Crystal just got off the phone talking about that. Like, let's do a live together. Let's bring in some of the other castmates. Let's do some things to kind of, because it's been over a year because of the strike. So let's bring fans up to date on what's going on. So we're going to be locked and loaded with these fans the entire season.
Yes.
Tell me, what have you each most enjoyed about exploring the worlds of your characters?
Wow, exploring the worlds. Honestly, not judging, because I think in the beginning, I always judge my character. I was like, she wouldn't do that. Who does that? And Devale had to correct me season 1, actually it was Sistas. And he was like, you wouldn't do that.
Yeah. But
there's a Fatima out there and there's plenty of other women that would, which is why Fatima's character is so popular, because there are so many women like her. But I think just actually being free to explore the different emotions and free to just be, because Fatima's a really complex and fun character.
Yes.
So to actually just go in and just rock with it is amazing.
I agree. Same thing. It's just Zach is so far from who Devale is to actually just be able to dive in 1,000% with no inhibitions and just be Zach is what I'm looking forward to the most, man. Just being able to dive in and just be as crazy as I want to be, as emotional as I want to be, and don't have to be, settled. Because Devale is the dad and the friend and the husband, always got to be settled and even. But Zach, no, I get to go crazy. I just throw caution to the wind.